What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Cam, and I'm back to you again with another video. And today's video is going to be a Warzone video. I think I got third place. At the end, you see some BS. It was a riot shooter. I couldn't really see him, and I think he killed me with a breacher drone, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but you know, I'm getting closer and closer. I got a couple other videos coming out. I think I got a third, 2/3, and a second or something like that. But anyway, today's topic we'll talk about is my top 5 NBA point guards of all time. These are based on my favorites. This is not like based off of stats or anybody else's top 5. This is my personal top 5 of my favorite point guards. And I'm going to do the series of this. My favorite point guards, my favorite power forwards, my favorite centers, small forwards, shooting guards, and then just my top 5 favorite players, period. If you've been friends with me for a long time or you know me in real life, you do know that my favorite players are, some of them are, Rasheed Wallace. Excuse me. And yeah, we're going to go from there. So my first favorite point guard of all time is Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups, to me, was one of the most underrated point guards. He got a late start on his career, I think, where he was just an average point guard. And then, to me, when he got to Detroit and even when he played in Denver, to me, that's where his career really flourished, when he won his championship in Detroit. And when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, I think, 3 or 4 times, and then they played, if I'm not mistaken, in 2 NBA Finals and lost one and won one. I think, I'm not sure, maybe not. But to me, Chauncey Billups is one of the most underrated point guards ever. He's one of the first point guards because Magic Johnson is 6'9", so his best ability would be to post up. And Oscar Robertson wasn't that great of a shooter, and so he was 6'5", 6'6". He was a big point guard, but he's the first average point guard. I think he's 6'2", 6'3", to post up. Like, that was his game. His game was to post up people and back them down. He was great out of the post playmaking. He was a clutch shooter. He hit some crazy shots. Matter of fact, the shot he hit against the Lakers in the NBA Finals, I think, to go to overtime, I think it was like a full court shot where he got the nickname Mr. Big Shot. He did it in Detroit so much, he even did it in Denver. He had great ball handling. He was a great defender. He was a great playmaker. I just think he might not be a Hall of Famer based off of the career as a totality. But he was a great player, great playmaker, all that. And he's one of my best, or one of my favorite point guards, my top 5. At number 4, we got Rajon Rondo. I'm going to tell you something about Rajon Rondo. That man is a dog. He is a dog. He, to me, is one of the greatest passers in NBA history. I have him in my top 5 greatest passers of all time. You might not agree with me, but he's top 5 for me. He's a great defender. I mean, some of the passes that man has did before is crazy. I seen one pass where this man drove to the basket with his right hand. You know, he's right-handed, and jumped in the air and threw it behind his head on the right-hand side.
Enemies are dropping into the area
with his left hand to Ray Allen in the corner for a 3-point shot. He was another clutch player. Even for the Lakers, I don't think the Lakers would have won their championship if they didn't have Rajon Rondo. Because what it did was it took the ball out of LeBron James's hands and made it to where LeBron can be the scorer instead of the facilitator and try to be the scorer. And I think that right there pushed LA over the top, having Rajon Rondo. And then they got this thing with him, or his ability seems to be heightened in the playoffs. Like, he got the nickname Playoff Rondo. And Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and all the puck all the time. not Paul Pierce, but Kevin Garnett talked about how he got more respect for him because he knew he couldn't bully him really. You know what I mean? Like, he liked that he talked back to him. Or he liked that he took control of the team. You know, like when they was messing up. Like, come here, let's get this together. You know what I'm saying? And Rondo's one of the toughest point guards I've ever seen. I think it was funny that when he spit on Chris Paul and they got into a fight, I thought that was hilarious. But as it is, Rajon Rondo is my fourth best point guard of all time. And yeah, it's just hard to explain. You've had to see Rajon Rondo play. Number 3 for me, it was hard because 1 and 2 is a given. Number 3 for me has to be.
Ain't that some BS? Get out of here. That's bull.
Kyrie Irving.
That's bull.
Kyrie Irving, to me, is the best ball handler and one of the best scorers and one of the most skilled players I've ever seen in my life. The stuff he can do with a basketball in his hand, left hand, right hand, finishing. He's one of the greatest finishers I've ever seen under 6'5". Because I'm pretty sure he's 6'2". I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's 6'2". Maybe 6'1", whatever he is. He's under 6'3". And his finishing is crazy. Left hand, right hand. He's an average defender, 2 below average. He just gives effort. He can play defense. It's not like Trae Young. Excuse me, sorry about that. Got cold. And he is a great he's a great defender. That is not what I meant to say. He is a great scorer. He's the best scorer at under 6'3" that I've ever seen. And I'm talking about Iverson too. Y'all would be like, man, you tripping talking about Iverson. Nah, bruh. If Kyrie would have played out his career better than what he did, he might have 3 championships. Or not played out, but if he didn't get injured, he got injured at weird times, like when him and Kevin Love got injured in the playoffs against LeBron, and LeBron had one of the most spectacular NBA Finals series I've ever seen in my life. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I'm not going to hate on that man's greatness. That NBA Finals series where he led his team in everything, or did he lead the whole series in everything? Whatever he did, that was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in my life. The scoring, the rebounding, the assists, the defense. To me, that's the last time LeBron actually played defense. He plays it every once in a while now, but he's also 97 years old. So, yeah, there's that too. So, but back to Kyrie. Left hand finishing, right hand finishing. To me, he's the best finisher at the bucket, not dunking, I've ever seen in my life. Easily. And the best scoring player at the height of 6'3" and under I've ever seen in my life. That's just how I feel about it. He's a great player, and he's an easily first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, 2 and 1, man. Before I get to that, I'm gonna give an honorable mention. Baron Davis. Oh my God, Baron Davis is one of the greatest point guards that doesn't get talked about because of his injury history I've ever seen play. To me, he was one of the first point guards that was really dunking on everybody. Him and Steve Francis. But I think Baron Davis had a better career than Steve Francis. That's just me personally. And Baron Davis, if he would have had to play or got to play another 5 years healthy, maybe 5 to 6 years healthy, he probably would be a Hall of Famer.
Get ready, resurgence windows.
And I hate when people say people are bust because of injuries. To me, that's messed up. You're not a bust because your body breaks down or you get hurt as a freak accident and your body never fully recovers from it. That's just stuff that happens to people. You know what I'm saying? So Baron Davis is one of my honorable mentions, or is my honorable mention. Number 2, we're going to talk about Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd, to me, is one of the greatest passers other than Magic Johnson in NBA history. I'm putting him over Steve Nash. I'm putting him over Rajon Rondo. I'm putting him over John Stockton. We're not talking about sheer numbers. I'm talking about passing, just straight passing. Only person to me that passed the ball a little bit better than him, and some people might take Jason Kidd over him, is Magic Johnson. Jason Kidd's defense, they went to the NBA Finals with a whole bunch of role players. None of the players on that team were superstar players. You can't tell me now there's a point guard that can do that. There isn't one. So Jason Kidd is number 2. And at number 1, my favorite point guard of all time, Deron MFN Williams. That man was a dog when he was in the NBA. I'm telling you. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active.
When he played at his best, when him and Chris Paul used to go back and forth, Chris Paul was the best point guard in the NBA. Deron Williams was, to me, 2B. Or what do you call it, 1A and 1B? Is that what you call it? When they're both up there? Deron Williams at his best was 20 points, 10 assists, 11 assists a game every season. Deron Williams is one of the greatest point guards that could have been, or shoulda, coulda, woulda. He's not a Hall of Famer either. But if he would have had a better career, man, I'm telling you, it could have been something different with Deron Williams. He was just fantastic to me. His ball handling, his dribbling, and ball handling, and passing, and scoring. He was a all right defender, but he could have been better. But that's my top 5 point guards in the NBA. My favorites. And if you got anything you want to add, put in the comment section. Until then, this is your boy Black Voltron saying peace. By the way, I have a shorts channel I'm going to put in the description. Follow that too. Peace.
Win this thing! Got gas moving in. ground. Move it. You made it to the top 5. Finish your mission. Take them down. Less than 5, we're still standing. That victory's ours next time. We lost that one, but we'll get those some